Hello and welcome back to Travel with Us for Life. This week, we take you with us to the Rainbow Valley in the Atacama Desert. Back in February of 2022, we spent a full week camping out in the Atacama Desert. This was probably one of the best and most fun trips we have ever done. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and make sure to like this video. When you visit the Atacama Desert, there are a ton of different sites to visit. You can see giant salars, beautiful lagoons, and everything in between. In our opinion, the Atacama Desert is an amazing place, and if you really want to experience everything it has to offer, there's no better way than camping out under the stars. In our last video, we explored the Moon Valley, the driest place on Earth. That was our first stop in the Atacama Desert. Make sure to watch that video as well. You can find the link in the description below. On our first full day in Atacama, we got up super early and headed straight to the Moon Valley after camping out the night before, about 17 miles away. We spent several hours hiking and exploring the site, and in the late afternoon, we left and headed straight to our second destination, the Rainbow Valley. The Rainbow Valley is about 40 miles away from the Moon Valley, so it only took about an hour to drive, but halfway there, we ran into a herd of llamas that were just hanging out next to the road. Now, we had seen llamas before at the zoo, but never in the wild, and definitely never this many. Surprisingly, they were not afraid of us at all, and we were able to get really close to them. For some reason, I didn't remember llamas being this big. Check that out! There's these llamas right next to me. As we get closer to the Rainbow Valley, or Valle del Arcoiris, as is known in Chile, the landscape quickly changes from a flat and open terrain to hills and huge rock formations. Now, the rainbow part of the name comes from all the different colors that you can see across the hills of the valley. The main colors you can see on the hills are red, brown, green, yellow, combined with the white salt and the blue sky. These colors reflect the richness and different concentrations of clays, salts, and various different minerals. As you drive through the canyons, you can observe all the different colors, but you really see the full spectrum once you see it from the sky. Several hundred millions of years ago, the land that we now consider Chile was actually under the Pacific Ocean. Then, around 200 million years ago, the Nazca tectonic plate collided with the South American plate, and the resulting emerging land became Chile. Then, over the next 200 million years, scientists now know this area got pummeled by meteor rocks at a rate of 222 meteors every 1 million years. It might not seem like a lot, but over 200 million years, these thousands of meteor rocks not only dramatically shaped the landscape, they also left behind huge quantities of minerals that would end up coloring the hills. Each of the colors that you see around the hills are created through a different process. For example, the red comes from rusted iron deposits. On the other hand, the color white is clear evidence of salt deposits. The greens are produced when the minerals cobalt and sulfur are combined with oxygen. The yellow is comprised of layers of iron sulfide, and then the brown, which is the most common color, is made up of rock and magnesium deposits. After driving through the canyons for a little while, we ended up finding a large flat area surrounded by hills and decided to camp right there. This is our second night here in the Atacama Desert. Right now we're getting ready to eat. We just set up the tent. I'll show you. It's right there. See the tent right next to the car. We're using the car as a windbreak. But this place is unbelievable. We're like right in between mountains. There's absolutely nothing here. It's starting to get a little chilly though. Temperature is dropping fast, so we want to cook, eat, and get in the tent as quickly as we can. What do you got?
Dinner's ready. Pasta, onions, chorizo, and some ricotta sauce.
Yeah.
It's delicious.
Great. Once the sun started going down, it got very windy and the temperature started dropping really fast. We had just enough time to cook and eat before it got pitch black. An interesting part of camping out in the desert is that you end up going to sleep very early, usually right after sundown, which during February is about 7 to 8 p.m. This also means that you wake up super early. We were up and moving by 7 a.m., which on the one hand is great because you can get a lot done, but on the other hand, it means it's still very cold, usually around 50 degrees when you first wake up, because it drops all the way to 40 degrees during the night. Right now is Wednesday morning.
Yep. Second day.
Third day in the desert. We had a really good night and we woke up to this. I don't know if you can see around us, but
We are in what? Valley of the Rainbow?
we're gonna go explore some of the cave out around us. And there's a llama and her baby. So we're gonna go say hello.
Attempt to. Hopefully they don't run away from us.
They're actually not really afraid of people, which is understandable. There's people that go through here all the time, tourists. But we're gonna go say hello. We spent a few hours exploring the caves and canyons that crisscross the Rainbow Valley before we moved on to our next destination, the Baltinache Salt Lagoons. Make sure to look out for our next video of the lagoons. It was an incredible experience. And remember, if you like this type of content, don't forget to subscribe so you can get more awesome videos like this one.